What's up, my
What's the story?
friends? So last week was a bit fun, wasn't it, Tubbs?
Yeah, man, it was fucking crazy up in this business.
I think it was our most popular culture cast so far.
Was it?
Which is pretty awesome.
Was it because of the topic, or was it just?
Yeah, I think people like to talk about Star Wars a lot, though, which is fine.
Yeah,
I love to talk about Star Wars myself. And yeah, so welcome to the Culture Cast, the podcast where we cast our eyes on culture. I haven't done that in a while, actually, have I?
Yes.
So those guys in the comments, I see you hiding. Say hello in the chat or wherever. I can see the three little people.
My hair is fucking all over the shop now tonight.
Tubbs, no one cares about your hair.
Oh my god, I didn't get to the damn salon today.
But James, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Evening to you.
Connor Meowflower, how are you, my buddy?
Oh, Connor.
Evening, Culture Cast crew and chat. Jonathan, good evening, Brian Tubbs. Tubbs' broken PS5 controller. Brie Larson and chat. If Brie Larson is listening, call me.
Funny story, Johnny Redmond. I actually got it fixed, so I'm not without fucking. Why is my fucking screen doing this? Like it's pulling. I don't know. It's all colors and crazy shit. I'm already off in a wobble. But yeah, I got it fixed. It's working away. I'm fucking happy out.
Good.
And Brie Larson, fuck that. No, it's too early. Gotta keep that in the tank for later.
No, I'm not even gonna go. So yeah, that's our show. Bye. I'm joking. But how is everybody? It's Sunday evening, the worst possible evening. The worst time of the week for people to come back to work. Damien says, evening guys and gals. Firstly, thanks Tubbs for subscribing to my Instagram. Even if you don't like the pics, just keep
no problem, Demo.
Yeah, definitely guys, and subscribe to Damien on Instagram, guys. What I'm actually been doing, Tubbs, is this was kind of half my idea and half Bruno's idea.
Okay. I like that you left me out of the loop on the idea, but like just throw it at me. Go on.
Tomorrow I'll be debuting, showing off. Anyway, new segment every Monday from now on, where I'll be showing off people's talents and things, and talking about them, like like a showcase kind of thing.
Oh, so, as in like people in the community, like.
Yeah, people in the community.
Okay.
ACBA people, custom making people, and stuff like that. So what I was going to do, I'm going to wait till the chat is a bit more populated, and maybe Bruno's here as well. I'm going to do a little preview of the three people who are going to be on tomorrow's video. So it'll be just like a Happy Monday video, basically, to make you feel better about shitty Monday morning. But yeah.
And is that? And is like it obviously it has to be action figure based, like.
Well, movie based, action figure based, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep to the topic, like,
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm going to be doing three people every week, and they'll be shown on the Culture Cast the following Sunday. Although this Sunday I'm doing the first ones tonight, I guess. Well, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. Jonathan, I'm doing fucking great. Me too, Jonathan. I'm doing
good fucking to hear it, man. Good to hear it.
Yes, Connor, totally correct. Damon's Insta fucking rocks. Damien says, it's not that amazing, Connor, but thanks for saying, though. Still need to master the art of painting it. I will say, Damien, if you spend your whole life trying to master something, you will never be happy. So
Dame, I will tell you one thing. Brian knows this, right? I've been drawn and I've been fucking doing art for years, man, all right? Posters and shit. And as much and as good as I get, and the more I improve, Brian will tell you, I'll still go to Brian. Oh man, I'll send him a picture and say, what you reckon? And I'll be the one that'll bitch, going, oh man, I reckon the color should have been better. I don't think I blended that right, Like, you're always going to be your own worst enemy, man. So just keep doing your fucking thing and just, let the art speak for itself.
Let it come out of your brain.
Yeah.
Happy Monday. Just got a text that I'm needed on at 6:30 in the morning because everyone has COVID.
Oh.
John or Connor, let me tell you, right? Tomorrow I have to get up. Well, no, not to. Yeah, it is tomorrow. I have to get up in the morning at 6:30 to take my missus to work, and I get to go back to bed afterwards. But the fucking hassle of getting up in that cold, oh my god!
It is. Like I gotta get up for school runs and all that kind of shit in the morning. I gotta get up for the kids and stuff. But man, it's still fucking dark at 8 in the morning. Like at 6:30, it's fucking no man's land. You know.
The barbs are starting early. Are those 3.75 figures next to Tubbs?
Oh, these fuckers.
See, Jonathan, he has them left up there so they won't bully him.
Yeah. I mean, like they're pretty fucking big, like. You know.
You're a little short for a stormtrooper.
Yeah, Kylo Ren and the stormtrooper. I don't know. I mean, like, they're not. Yeah, they could be. I have no clue what size they're.
3.75 is like the classic size Tubbs.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Mick says
they're pretty big boys, like.
Release the dwarf upon his Shetland pony.
Fucking come on, Mick, you fucking lemon.
Yeah, so Damien, this is true, Brian. Cheers. Ace advice, Tubbs. Yeah, Damien, just keep doing you, like.
Yeah, man, just keep rocking your
perfection. Nobody ever reaches perfection.
I mean, like you're taught that when you're younger, aren't you, Brian? That like, you know, you got to be perfect on it. And you get older and you realize there's no fucking such thing as perfect. You just got to be great at something, and not even great. You just got to fucking love and enjoy what you're doing. Isn't that the trick? Yeah. And anything that comes outside of that's a reward. So.
Jonathan says I get up at 8:30 to let the cat out and then go back to bed for a few hours. Well, my advice to you would be to leave the cat out, or no, I'm not like that. My dog sleeps in my room, like pretty much on the bed, so I can't say nothing. Mick says they're 1/60th scale, so same height as Tubbs.
It's not too far off there, Mick.
James says, funny, talking about painting, been looking at miniature painting. Then my brother bought me a starter kit today. Might be going down a rabbit hole, but kind of looking forward to it. Yes, that is really, really cool. I could never do it because I'm so messy. I'm so like shaky and everything. But to do that stuff takes a lot of skill. So best of luck, James. Honestly.
I mean, James, I'm as Brian knows, and Bruno knows as well. I am on the road this year to teach myself how to do digital art, like digital fucking art and digital art and stuff like that, because I'm fucking doing a graphic novel. Like that's the goal going forward. I'm gonna create a graphic novel. I've started bits and pieces of it, but it's just like it's a one-man ship, you know yourself, Brian. It's, you know, it's going to be a long road, but it'll be worth it.
Like, to be fair, like.
Yeah, it'll be worth it. You know yourself, man. I stuck my neck into a feature film for 4 years. I'm pretty sure I can stick at it. Longevity, I am good at.
Damien says, "Look, I live in Shetland, far north, and need snow. So if you don't want to send it my way in loads of it, Brian, no, I don't want any snow."
I'm not even joking. Brian knows this. Mick, I'm not even lying to you. If I go outside my house right now, because I've sent Brian photos, there's probably about 12 Shetland ponies in the field across from my house. No joke.
Hey, Mick. Evening, Mick. James, looking forward to seeing some results. Great hobby. Exactly, yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do, Matt. My cat knows that tapping on the window sets off the alarm.
Oh, shit.
They're crafty little bastards, aren't they? Oh, yeah, we have 2 cats here, and it's just 10 o'clock in the morning, you get a rare, if you don't leave them in. But Jonathan says, I did miniature painting for years. Once you get the knack of washes and dry brushes, it makes all the difference. And you can apply that to 6-inch figures in as well, like if you want to do customs and stuff after a while. Make lol. Good on you, Tubbs. I don't think I will be into miniature gaming, but the painting can't wait.
Yeah.
Connor, wow.
It snowed in 3 inches.
About 3 inches.
Yeah. I mean, I'm one of those fucking reverse fucking people, aren't I? Like, do you know what I mean?
Reverse people.
I'm growing downwards instead of upwards.
Well, no, you stopped at about 12 years old. I'd say you're one of those people.
Yeah, I'm Benjamin Button. This shit is what's happening. Like, do you know what I mean?
But cheers, Connor and Jonathan. So, guys, what we have on for the show, we actually went 10 minutes rambling today, so it's not too bad. What we have for today's show is, as I said, we're going to do the showcase. We're going to do show and tell. We're going to talk about Peacemaker. We're going to talk about the Book of Vesperfest scooters. Oh, I'm sorry.
I have a feeling that one's going to be a bit of a rocky show.
I don't think
But
so.
we'll get to it.
I don't think so. Eternals, we're going to talk about that for a bit. Ghostbusters Afterlife. Finally, Damien. I don't think Tubbs has watched this.
No. I made the fucking mistake, all right? I made the mistake of scheduling the shit I needed to watch, all right? And I ran out of time. But how I ran out of time was I decided to fucking watch Eternals instead of Ghostbusters. What a fucking mistake that fucking was, all right? Well, we'll get to that.
And, we're also, for our main topic, we're going to talk about 90s action movies. I know we touched on it a good bit last week, but I think we can go.
I have a list.
Deeper.
So we got some meaty shit here, like.
Oh, you have a list?
I did research, man. I researched the shit out of what was within the decade, John, the good ones, you know? And I put way more on the list because I know you and Bruno are probably going to mention stuff, and the lads in the chat, Joe, are going to mention things as well. So not to overlap or whatever, like, which we probably will.
Oh, no, we can fly away anyway. So, Tubbs, have you anything for show and tell this week?
I do, Brian. I do. But this show and tell isn't action figures. This show and tell is literally.
Your show and tell is never action figures. Actually.
Oh no! Every now and again it is. Every now and again it is. It's kind of a mixed bag with me, isn't it? Because yeah, this one. This show and tell this week literally just shows how much of a fucking problem I have.
Okay.
Like legitimately.
What the fuck, man? So quickly, like, run through what you got there.
Yeah, I don't need any of these. This is the problem. Like, I don't need any of these at all. I wanted them. There is, I'll tell you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 Blu-rays.
Tubbs just knocked off the local keks, I'd say, again.
Oh, yeah, man. They're fucking, I mean, a lot of them are like fucking €1 a pop and shit. Like, the fucking, you know. Like, will I go through them or is it pointless?
Just fly through them quickly there.
Yeah, okay. I got Amanda Seyfried's Gone. I got a Sex Tape. £7. True Grit. Focus. Lovely Molly. It's a horror film. The Wolfman remake.
Not good.
Eden Lake. Anyone that hasn't seen that should check it out. It's pretty fucking class. Casino Royale. Silent House, which is another one. It's actually Scarlet Witch is in this one. Faculty, another classic. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Or no, sorry, that's the Girl with Play with Fire.
You don't even know the names of them, for fuck's sake, man.
And this is the remake, obviously the American version, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Okay.
So I still know what you did last summer. And Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, which I fucking actually love this movie. It's pretty good. But yeah, that's 15.
I'll try not to judge you on that one.
That's 15 fucking Blu-rays, man. All because my missus was in getting a tune out and I was left to my own devices and showed up at the car with 15 Blu-rays in the bag.
Like, I would say you could have bought action figures with that money, but you probably would have only been to.
Oh no! I still the haul we're talking about. I still have that put away. I just had to rejig that fucking haul because when I went on to it, there was like 3 or 4 of the things I had on the list were sold out. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta fucking add more stuff in and take stuff off to kind of balance it. But yeah, so that'll be in the next week or two, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
So before I show off what I got this week, let's go back to the cons. Jonathan says, Tubbs, why would you do that yourself?
Oh, Johnny, man, it's like I don't drink anymore, man. Right? I actually don't drink anymore. So this is like become the new addiction where I just buy movies.
Damien says, after seeing 88 return again, my most wanted Black series is him. That's the android that's in Boba's palace, right? I always loved the side character of Star Wars, and 88 is a cool design. I think he's voiced by the guy from What We Do in the Shadows. As far as I know.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jonathan says, anyone miss having an action figure blast from Big Bang this week? Yeah. They did do one though, didn't they? Just to tell us that stuff was going to be delayed and stuff. But yeah, that's.
Oh yeah, they have that on their site, don't they?
Jonathan says, used to do Warhammer 40k as a teen, but still use Citadel paints on the Transformers Fury models and Gundam kits. Yeah, I had Citadels myself a few years ago, and I had my own go at the whole custom thing. But I'm crap at painting anything, so I give up. I did one custom, if I can see it anywhere. Uh-huh. This is like the one and only custom action figure I made. It's Hulk Hogan, and it was originally like all blue, so you can
Yeah.
picture how much a pain in the arse that was to get all yellow and red. And
Why was he blue?
it was originally a Mr. Wonderful Paul Arndorff figure.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
I just popped. I got the head from another figure, and
Yeah.
I painted all the rest. It's not great, like, but
Just come here, fucking.
I've
It's
seen
the
worse.
original yellow and red, man. So
But then I realized how much of a racist and stuff he was. So yeah.
hmm.
And Connor said, "Nope, I've had enough. Expensive enough week."
Yeah.
Mick says, "Same here until the price has been crazy. Still have the paints from back in the day. But I want my clones and Dart Revan. Yes, I want my Doctor Strange and Hammerhead as well.
But I
But
mean, one
go
thing I will say, I mean, I don't know if it's fucking said, but have you noticed like even the prices online have gone up a tad bit?
everything has gone up since the new
Yeah,
year.
it's fucking crazy, man. Like in shops online, everything's kind of fucking inflated now. Like,
That's just capitalism, Tubbs.
yeah, man, fucking hell. Everything goes up, and our money stays the same.
Well, you get an extra $5, like that's any good job.
Wow.
James said I got lucky with Big Bang today. Was after an Immortal Hulk Marvel Select. All sold out pre-Christmas. Ask Big Bang if one ever turned up. Give me a shout. One turned up today. Oh, that's awesome, man. Love to see
That's
that.
fucking cool.
Big Bang are fucking brilliant for that. They'd always find stuff like down the back of a couch or something if you're looking for it.
Stuff in the warehouse that they might think is out of order.
Damien, is that Kylo Ren behind you, Tubbs?
Yeah, that's Kylo Ren. Down there. Let's see if we can see him. Yeah. But they're pretty fucking big. Like, I don't know the exact size of them, though. Yeah.
Mick says same reason I quit. So expensive, and they kept changing the rules at Johnny Redmond. Tubbs, I meant watching Eternals over Afterlife, because he was saying,
oh yes,
why would you do that yourself?
And yeah, I mean, like I had the schedule in my head. Like I wrote down what we were covering on the show, and I was like even Brian texted me last night. I was in mid watch of like all the shows and shit, and it was like Eternals. I threw on Eternals. And I said, I'll get this watch, and then fucking I'll go to Ghostbusters, and then sure. Yeah, I never got to it, sadly. But to be fair, the internet was nice enough to ruin the ending for me today, so there is that.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah. I was flicking through fucking, I think it might have been Instagram or fucking Twitter, maybe it was Twitter. And literally
bigger companies had like box sets.
Clear as day, Brian. Just the ending of the fucking Ghostbusters movie pasted, and I was like, that's great.
But Connor said he watched it, wasn't bad, one big plot hole in it, won't say for spoilers. Yeah, we'll be doing full spoilers on Eternals in a while anyway.
I mean, like I might as well like say it now because I don't have a lot to like add to Eternals, because as Brian knows, I turned it off after 40 minutes.
Don't be rushing through the topics, you fucker.
No, but I did. I turned it off after 40 minutes, and I was going to go, I don't like this. Like I just can't get into this, like so. But we'll talk about that later.
Damien said pretty good custom, Brian. Thanks. Yeah, they jacked up the prices to match. At Mick, they jacked up the prices to match the points value of a figure, so 40 quid for one figure as well. That's me out.
Yeah.
Mick, nice Hulkster, Brian. Thank you, guys. Fuck, cheeky bastards. When I see it written like that, I just go Australian straight away. Fuck. Brexit plus the new China import charges. Mick Leonard says, anyone seen Masterpiece skids in hand yet? No, I gave up on the Masterpiece line. They're way too expensive, and the current like Studio Series figures and Earthrise and all them, they're fantastic. So I'll never look at a Masterpiece figure again. That sounds bad, like, but Yeah, so Mick Holland says yes, so there we go. He said, looks good, and reviews praised it for a simple transformation. And Damien says, pretty cool, who makes those figures? These are Mattel's. They're not great, but they're fine. Like, this was originally a different wrestler who had like blue pants and white boots, I think it was. But yeah, they're Mattel, they're 7-inch. They're pretty good line going on there, like compared to some of their other stuff.
But as I said to you, even looking at like the Jeff Hardy figure you showed me the other day, there's a pretty good scale and body, like from top to bottom without the head, and maybe a different torso.
Oh, I have
that I can switch out and kind of and make my Mark II S wrestling figure. So I just need to get a proper fucking head scan.
So Mick says, looks good, review. Oh, yeah, I did that already. Not in hand, only some YouTube reviews. Buyers not happy with him. So conflicting reports. O'Reilly. I know the spoiler you mean, and makes the whole film pointless, in my honest opinion. They say he skids, boring. Mick, he's been talked about in the same way as MP Hound was. Same way even breakages, question mark. Okay, so whilst we're on this, anyway, my show and tell for this week. First one, I got this lovely little army man dude.
Nice.
Fortnite army man figure. And Connor sent me this. So thank you very much for him, Connor. He's really, really cool. I already like took some pictures and stuff of him already. And it just reminds me of those, remember you when you were as a kid? I know you probably melted them, Tubbs. You got the bags of that.
He's not lying.
Where you got the little bags of green army men and stuff. And you pew, pew, shoot.
Oh, man, I had bags of them, like bags of them out in the garden and fucking playing in the dirt. Fucking unreal.
But yeah, he's really, really cool. I like him a lot. And he does come, most importantly, with a big sausage. But yeah, so he's awesome. Thanks, Connor, for him. Very happy. Connor bought him for himself, and he got a second one sent to him for free. So I sent on the
deadly.
So yeah, Connor, legend as always. Now, this isn't this figure. I bought a WWE Karrion Kross for €10. It was on clearance, and I already fucked him over there in the corner because I don't even want him. But what I bought him for was this jacket.
For the Punisher, okay, yeah.
Perfect for the Punisher. If you guys can see that.
So, like, I told you the story about that one, didn't I? It was like the old WCW, the old like obviously the WWF and the WCW figures that had like put the Sting. Do you remember him as like the Crow Sting? And he came with a big leather jacket. I remember when I was in America. When I was in America then, and I bought a ton of like movie maniacs, like the Crow and fucking Headless Horseman, Mike Myers, all that kind of stuff. But the Crow didn't come with a leather jacket, so I took the leather jacket off the Sting, put it on the Crow. And then when I got the Fiend recently, he didn't come with a leather jacket, so I literally swapped it out. That jacket has been literally swapping figures for over 20 years now at this point.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, and it's still in fucking perfect nick, like.
So yeah, like this next one I only got yesterday. This is the NECA TMNT 2-pack.
Oh, deadly.
Who I've been after a figure of since I was a child. Like, the funny thing with this figure, right? I had this as a kid, but it didn't have the mask. It didn't have the wings. And I don't ever remember having them, so I don't know where they came from even. So,
oh man, if you got bored, right? And you started getting into the custom stuff, like you could do a neat Howard the Duck, yeah.
But see, Howard the Duck is too short. He's like really tall. But,
cut his knees off.
Fuck's sake.
And just attach the feet, man. Do you know what I mean? He's got the fucking ganky looking fucking feet then.
So yeah, he came with Mutagen Man.
Fuck. Really like you must have the whole line now, right?
Well, I was close to finishing it, so I said, fuck it, I was going to pick up the extra
characters. Yeah.
So yeah, for the first time, I bought, I'd say I have a good 25 of these Turtles figures, and for the first time ever, I had a breakage.
Oh, no way.
There's a little bar, if you can see the break there. There's a little bar that goes there, and as I was freeing his arm, it just went snapped off.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's not major. It's not an arm break. It's not a limb break or anything. But
yeah, but it's still fucking annoying. Like, I mean, I know what you mean. If you get something new and it's kind of it's not working or it's not fucking fully fucking where it should be.
I think I was jinxing myself because I was like, oh, these NECA figures are great. Nothing has ever broken on me. And
yeah. I mean, because I've been looking at a few now because there's a couple of NECA figures I want to get. Obviously, like the Scream Ghostface character and a couple of horror related ones. Maybe some Back to the Future stuff, things like that. But like, I mean, obviously, because most of the figures are like like between the like top 30, 40 mark. What? Spit it out, yeah. But yeah, they're between about 35 and 45 euros per figure. Like, are they worth buying?
Yeah, like the Ultimates definitely, I would say anyway. For me, like I love most of the ones I have actually. Like I have a load of Predators and Aliens up there now, and they're some of the best figures I have. I would definitely recommend them. If the Ghostface you're on about, is it?
Yeah, I'm mad to get Ghostface. Yeah. I know you have him. I know you bought the Ultimate Edition one from NECA. But I was looking on Big Bang Comics, actually. I couldn't find him.
He's probably sold out by now.
He's probably sold out up there, like,
with the movie and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's...
Yeah, it's my jam, like, yeah.
Where is it? There we go.
It's actually out now, isn't it?
Yeah, the movie is out.
The movie, yeah. So that's yet another movie you have to dodge online for spoilers.
But yeah. So let's go into the comments. So where was I? Mick, funny. I was thinking of picking him up. Jonathan said that Army Man figure is awesome. You really have to give it to the Fortnite team. Yeah, he's so cool. It's like right even down to the bits on the feet. They're not actually feet, but remember you get like the mini stands and stuff with them as well.
Yeah.
It has that and all.
To be fair though, man, I've seen like a bulk of the Fortnite figures, the bigger scale ones, and they're actually fucking made well.
I have a few of them. They're class.
Yeah, I mean, they actually. I mean, I'm not a big fan. I won't be a Fortnite fucking fan, as you know. Like, I rage quit that game too many fucking times to play it. Yeah, they've got some really kind of cool looking figures. Like, now, are they made by McFarlane? Is that who makes those?
It's complicated.
Or are they branch between two?
There's 7-inch figures for McFarlane.
Okay.
They're 6-inch figures by Jazzwares, which have now been taken over by Hasbro. So starting this year, it's only Hasbro doing the Fortnite figures, and McFarlane are finished as well, I think. And I think, was it Jazzwares did the 4-inch ones as well, smaller ones?
Right. So
there's so many, like. Connor said, I love that guy so much, no idea about the game. Yeah, you don't need to know about the game. It's just straight trip to your childhood. Like. Jonathan says you can't justify the MP price. Mick said I've got every G1 MP so far. No point stopping now. And is that like just all Hasbro, Takara, Tomy, or have you gone for third party ones as well? Because I did have a load at one point as well, and I just ended up selling up because there's just too many. Also, lack of shelf space. Yes, that as well. Transformers is bad enough as it is for Goblin Up because they're fucking massive. Jen Erso has a great scarf for Jessica Jones. I don't have either at the moment. I don't think I don't have a Jessica Jones anymore. I used to. Mick or Damien says, show and tell. Got my second Thundercats slide from Kapow. I've now made Slight as he appeared from 1985. Just simply removed crown and repaint hole. Cool.
Wow.
Never removed the hole. Jonathan says, nice, Mick. That must look so cool. They're really cool, but for someone starting off, the price and lack of availability is a huge hurdle. Yeah, some of them are so complicated as well. That's a classic looking set with Mr. Duck and Seymour Guts. Are you tracking down Chrome Dome or any more? I actually have him on back order from Big Bang Comics, Chrome Dome and the Pizza Alien as well. Welcome to the realm of Broken NECA Collectors Club, Brownsy. I'm not a first timer, Mick. I've been here before, just not with the TMNT line. I've had lots of Predators break in the past, but they do seem to be better nowadays. So who would win in a fight between a tiger and a crocodile? Oh,
Oh, we're back here again, but
here we
we're back
go.
here again. Now that is to
Animal
be
Fight
answered in
Club.
two ways. In the water, crocodile's got it fucking covered.
Oh,
On land, I reckon tiger's gonna beat the fucking shit out of that crocodile because they're
okay,
slow as
so
fuck on land, like.
I'm going to
Mm.
Google this.
But nobody's getting away if a penguin's involved because that penguin's gonna fuck both of them. He's gonna fuck the fucking tiger and he's gonna chase the fucking
Where's
crocodile
Bruno?
into the water and fuck him blind. That's what I reckon's gonna happen. And penguin's gonna fuck the crocodile blind in the water and then fucking land. They're wiry little shits, man. You know, tiger's all like fucking all this gusto and giving it all this fucking lead fucking energy, like, you know, and he's like fucking, oh fucking yeah, give it you. And nah, fucking no, right up into your fucking face and bite your face off, like. That's just my 2 cents on the issue, anyway.
Giving him fucking ideas for next week. Crocodile and the tiger, was it?
Bruno's going to be pissed. He missed the weekly animal fight.
Okay. On land, the odds are almost impossible for the slow and inflexible crocodile. The tiger can easily kill the crocodile with its speed, ferocity, and strength. The clear winner here is the tiger. So let's go into this.
Yeah, but that's on land. Where are we landing on the penguin?
Christ. You might have heard the story of Machalai, a mother tigress who defeated and killed a strong and fully mature crocodile in front of spectators. In the end, it can be concluded that both animals are strong and potent killers in their respective domain. Both have equal chances of winning the water, while the tiger is a clear winner in the land. Hence, the competition is heavily in favor of the great tiger, the strongest cat. What?
Yeah, but I think the main question you got to ask yourself here is, right?
What?
No, but I think that the main question you got to ask yourself is, who's got the bigger following on Instagram?
Well, it's got to be like your one of the Kardashians, like, surely.
Yeah, I mean, like, she is a tiger, like, to be fair, and she, like.
Oh, it's a bit of a fucking lame duck, if you ask me.
Fucking lame duck with a tiger's fucking hair, so.
Croc tiger could drown first. True. Tiger easily, Mick says. Never played the game either, but the design, the figures are insane. How can Hasbro make a range of one-off sculpts for the Fortnite line, but can't for the Black Series? I'm willing to bet that it's probably because Star Wars is a way more expensive license than Fortnite.
Yeah, probably.
Because Fortnite is absolutely everywhere, so they probably pimp that shit to anyone that will take it to get that name out there, because all they care about is making money off the game.
Oh yeah, man. You can see it even fucking, like, it's gotten so bad now that, like, even when Spider-Man No Way Home came out, like, straight away there was like a Spider-Man pack. You know?
Yeah, like, if you walk into Smith's now, I was in Smith's yesterday, and Mike Smith's and the Children's Road one, but and you walk in, right, on the right side, there's like a whole wall of Fortnite, and on the left side, there's like a little line of Legends. A little bit further, there's a little line of Masters Universe, and a tiny section for Star Wars. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, I remember being over in the Ennis Road, Smith's, just before Christmas, and I actually couldn't get over the size of the fucking Fortnite section. It's fucking crazy how much merch is there for it now. But it's crazy because, I mean, even, like, you would think with as big as fucking DC and Marvel are, you would think Smiths would be fucking jammed with that stuff. Do you know, like, fucking like Marvel Legends and fucking John McFarlane DC and stuff like that. You think they'd be fucking. I mean, all I could see, I think when I was over there, I think I was like, I saw the Arkham Batman, and maybe I think it was the Doctor Strange and Tony Stark Infinity Saga figures, and we're like the only ones I could see. It's insane to me that they don't have it. And it's probably what you were saying. It's probably down to the licenses.
Yeah, because, like, that,
Smiths just, aren't willing to pay out for the licenses for both of them, like, to get their stuff in the shops, which sucks really, because it'd be fucking handier for us if they were
there. Where were we? James says, I might have to get that Fortnite Patroller Savage. Yeah, he's really cool, man. Mick says, no third-party masterpieces too many. Mick Holland says, third party is king. Mick says, Sean Tell, Gundam. Jonathan, some of the third-party stuff is just toy porn. Yeah, I remember I had a third-party Blitzwing and a third-party Astro Train, I think, and they were just massive, but they were so cool. I almost cried letting them go. Damien says, okay, for fun, got another one, Walrus versus Polar Bear. An interesting result, and wait, Brian, you can check. But surely a walrus is really slow.
Polar bear, man.
Polar bear, open him up.
Well, see, that's another one of like on land or on ice. Polar bear's probably got the upper end. But then the walrus got those big fucking tusks.
Okay, so we'll do this once more. And we're back to the actual stuff we're chatting about.
I pick polar bear.
So let's go back to this one. Who would win between a walrus? I blame Luke and fucking Drunken Tears for this shit. What was the second one again? Someone tell me. Polar bear. Okay. So Google says, oh, and you might be shocked here, Tubbs. Despite being the largest land predator and having one of the most powerful claws, polar bears still cannot penetrate through the hide of a fully grown adult walrus. Though the bear can physically dominate the walrus on land, in the water, the tables is completely turned in favor of the walrus. And where's the rest of it? Polar bears don't go for walruses. They know the tusks can be nasty and inflict crippling damage, causing infection. Okay, so I got the walrus in this one, I would say. Very, very cool. Has the walrus... There have been incidents of walruses attacking polar bears in the water, though it is unusual. And there's a video here as well. Oh, God.
There will be no easy means.
Can you guys hear it? Can you hear this?
Like, look at the tusks on those fuckers, man.
They weigh over a ton and are armed with tusks a meter long.
What the hell, like?
Not here.
Okay, walruses, to be fair, are much bigger than I fucking assumed next to a polar bear. Oh, he's gonna get fucking maced by the lot of them.
The chance of his first meal in months is...
Your mind is having a field day here. Okay, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We'll agree to disagree.
Enough nature time, guys.
Welcome to Brian and Tubbs' Nature Time on Sundays. We're going to talk about what a penguin can do with its anus vector and put inside a fucking walrus's anus. Slap bang in the middle. It's a great show. Okay, I got that out of my system.
Jonathan says, Mick, have you seen any of the Chang Toys, Predaking figures, MP and Legend scale? Just amazing. James says there's a Batman Fortnite comic. I think it sold huge. I can see that selling well, all right. The size of the Star Wars section in Smith's is just sad, but then they only stocked the basic line, never had any exclusives, which makes up a huge amount of Black Series releases. Yeah, when I was in there the other day, they had what's her name, the Bounty Hunter one. They had like all the usual Mandalorian ones that are there about a year now. And they had Jar Jar Binks. Oh, what's her name? They had some of the wave with Bo-Katan in there as well. So I wish someone in the UK would revamp Woolworths. I know, not to be seen again. When I used to visit my uncle in Reading, I used to love going into Woolworths. They had absolutely everything in there, from early legends to magazines, sweets, everything like you could find in there. Such a cool place. Mick says, I tell a lie, I have a third-party Devastator and Brawn. I have my own third-party Devastator up there as well. Which Devi you pick up, Mick? Fan tie, I think. Very nice. That was such a cool figure. Bring out the walrus. Cheers for that, Brian. Yes, Brian. What have I started? Sorry.
Damien, don't ever be
It
sorry.
actually started on somebody else's live stream a few weeks ago, and it's kind of bleeded into my live stream for some reason.
It's all good. Brian was like Googling shit about fucking polar bears while I was eating nuts.
Johnny says that looks like a very small polar bear. Well, it could be very big walruses if you thought about that.
Mm. You're not allowed to assume these days, boys.
Oh, Gina Carano.
Gina Carano.
Oh, Mick, you would have loved last week's podcast. We went into all sorts of like controversial places.
Oh man, it went off on one. Like it got meaty.
We did toxic fandoms, which was great fun. We had loads in here given out to us. Sir David Attenborough would be proud of you, Brian. Your new job awaits. On the Serengeti, Damien is seen talking about walruses. Oh, enough of that. Okay, so shall we talk about Boba Fett now? No, actually, we'll leave that to last. Eternals, Tubbs. What made you turn it off?
I just wasn't vibing with it, dude. I was watching it. I mean, like, as I said, I could go back and watch it next week and enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? It was just when I turned it on, I was, I don't know. I was just there watching it, and I was kind of going, it's weird, right?
It's really long-winded, is what I will say.
It's not even that. It's like, I watched all of Captain Marvel. And didn't turn it off, and this one, yeah, it was just, I don't know what it was, man. It seemed very boring to me. Like, now maybe I didn't give it enough time to breathe. Maybe I didn't fucking give it the time it needed. I will definitely go back and watch it. I definitely will sit down and watch it, because there's not a Marvel film I've left behind to date. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be obviously some things in it that I'm going to need to know going forward. Even Captain Marvel. What?
Did you watch Shang-Chi yet?
Okay, sorry. Okay, Shang-Chi. I haven't watched Shang-Chi yet. But I mean, with Shang-Chi, I will watch it. It's just I've been trying to kind of get to catch up on a lot of other stuff. And to be fair, I mean, do you remember when they were showing the trailers and the lineup? I remember I had said it to you that like when I watched the trailer for Eternals, I had no kind of like, oh my god, that's unreal. I was like, all right, that looks okay. I wasn't blown away in any way. And then when I watched it, I just wasn't. I just said I'll go back next week and I'll throw it on and see where I land with it. But on my first watch of it, yeah, I didn't get far in.
Yeah, that's fair.
I wasn't vibing with it. And a lot of the characters, I was just kind of going like okay, like it's just weird. Yeah, it's just a weird one.
For me, I don't think the guy that plays Icarus is great. I didn't like.
You mean Superman?
Well, yeah, Superman. If you want to say.
No, but I mean, look, they're like you have Selma Hayek, you fucking Angelina Jolie, you Rob Stark. You know what I mean? There's names in this movie. You'd expect, like, I mean, I think that's the hope. You'd be hoping that it's going to be like, oh, at least have like star power in it, so it'll be watchable. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I was more focused on the shows when I watched it. I don't know. It was weird, but yeah, it's never happened to me with a Marvel movie to date. I've never sat there 40 minutes in and goes, I don't really want to watch any more of this.
So would you say it's your least favorite MCU film so far?
Yeah, I mean, like the fact that I turned it off after 40 minutes. Do you know? My God.
Damien said, worth a second viewing to get to grips with everything.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe that's what it is. Maybe a second viewing, in kind of like a quieter day. Maybe it's like a Monday or Tuesday. Throw it on when there's like I'm not really watching anything or there's not really to kind of catch up on.
So, like, do you not know what happens in the end?
Like I'm assuming like you're putting up spoiler warning here, yeah.
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 Do you know?
No, I haven't seen the ending, but I've seen a big, huge fucking picture of a pop star in a suit.
Roland's review. Tez, have we talked about the Vespas yet? Not yet.
Not yet. We will get to that. We will get to that.
In about 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, I don't know the ending. But
spoiler warning for
you might as well
Eternals.
spoil it for me, dude, because I'm fucking probably not going to rewatch it.
If you haven't seen Eternals, now's the time to.
Yeah, it's a spoiler-heavy warning, guys.
Take your headphones off for a second. So basically,
like I'm pretty sure if I really cared enough, I should really like leave the chat for a few minutes, but I don't care. So
okay,
go for it.
So basically, like the Eternals are all robots, right? And they've been planted on Earth to prepare it for a celestial who will literally Earth is basically a womb for a celestial. So at the end of the film, the emergence they're talking about is a celestial coming out of the Earth's core, basically, and they decide to stop it instead of.
Okay, I'm so glad you spoiled it because that is way worse than what I thought was coming. And yeah, I'm good with not finishing this movie.
Like the final battle is the Cersei, the main character Gemma Chen is she can stop things from happening basically, and they're trying to stop this celestial coming out of the planet's core and basically ruining Earth. But Icarus turns on them and decides to stop to fight them because it's their purpose to bring the celestial thing out. So there's a big battle.
Oh, he's one of those fuckers. So he's like, oh no, but it's our purpose. You're fucking built from scrap and metal. Shut the fuck up.
But what I like about it is not every character is like, oh, I have to save the world. There's some characters who, like Kingo, for example, he loves Earth, he loves Earth's people or whatever. So he decides not to be involved in the final battle at all because he doesn't want to go against Icarus either because he loves him too. So there's lots of layers and stuff.
Oh, so you have Icarus that's like pure, like loyal to his fucking artificial fucking brainwaves, and you have your man in that sits on the fence, and then you have fucking like fucking your man was it the comedian with the new abs? What's his name again?
Kingo.
Kingo, yeah. Fucking. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. As I said, I mean, like the synopsis of the ending or the whole final like act of that movie has not sold me on wanting to see this.
You know what I would say, Tubbs? I would say what you did is perfect. You watched the first 40 minutes, so just watch the last half an hour, and you will have cut out all that fat and got the best part.
So I just go and watch the last half hour or so.
I do think Angelina Jolie
or at this point, because I can't honestly see myself going back watching it, I think I'll just go on YouTube and just like watch a breakdown and have it watched in 10 minutes.
I would say there is.
Is there any important shit in this movie going, like connecting?
Both post-credit scenes are excellent.
Yeah, but like the movie itself, if I don't go back and watch this movie, like is there anything in it that I'm missing that's like gonna like go like where I'd be like, oh, I didn't know this because I didn't watch Eternals?
No, like I will say, I'm laughing at the chat, which I'll go through there in a minute. But I will say,
do they hate me? Do they hate me for not liking this movie?
No.
Okay.
A lot of people agree with you, but there's one scene in particular at the very end where the main like celestial who just appear. We'll say they're in a park in England, I think it is, and it's blue sky, lovely day, etc. And next thing, celestial just appears in the sky and picks one of them up. It's fucking amazing. It's one of the best shots I've seen in the MCU. It's worth looking that up.
Yeah.
And pulls them into space or whatever.
And is that a post credit or is that at the end of the movie?
No, that's at the end of the movie. And
okay.
It's exactly how I'd imagine Galactus to be. So if they could do that for Galactus, that would be great. Who's a much more interesting character, obviously.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I was I was shocked at how little interest I had watching the first 40 minutes of it. Like there was nothing pulling me in going, oh man, this looks like it's getting good. There was nothing that like, and I mean, look, maybe it's because I don't know the characters. Maybe it's because I didn't have any real attachment to those comics growing up. Maybe I don't know what it is, but I was like that with Guardians, man. You know what I mean? I said this to you when Guardians came out. Like I didn't really kind of I'd heard of Drax and I've heard of like some of the characters, but I'd never read a comic for the Guardians.
They're completely different anyway.
And but I loved it. I thought this was going to be one of those. So I was like, maybe it'll be like Guardians. Maybe it'll be one of those that like fucking completely swipes me. I'm like, oh my god, this is unreal. But no, it really wasn't.
Like this,
I found it boring, dude. If I'm being honest.
This comment here from Connor like sums it up perfectly. Takes a deep breath. The God Dude needs the largest population on Earth. Why didn't he stop Thanos wiping out the half in one click, but sent the Eternals to stop fighting the monsters, eating a few? Yeah. It's like, you saw that the Deviants are on Earth to eat people, and the Eternals are there to stop them. Yeah. Like, if you take it outside the MCU, it makes a lot more sense because, but it's Coots in. Not just Thanos, but Loki and Ultron as well in the Avengers movies. 3 planet-destroying events, and these daisy fuckers sitting there holding sweet fuck all.
They were having
a lot of detractors.
They were having a robot orgy, man. In the Celestial Cave.
Subtitles, brum brum. Jonathan, and that massive hand is going to be sticking out of the earth in the all-new movies. Yeah, so basically she freezes the Celestial so he doesn't escape. So now, like in Pacific, is it or something? There's basically like a hand like this sticking out of the sea. But Connor, I will say in the comics there was something similar, and the Avengers build a base out of the Celestial. So if they do that, that'll be fucking awesome.
Turn the Celestial into a base. To look at Tubbs' face.
And then up here.
Yeah, I mean, like, as I said, I mean, no, yeah, I mean, I was even there, Johnny, as a point, like my face when you were explaining it to me, I kind of caught my own reflection. I was like, oh God, I don't look like I'm impressed with this franchise movie at all.
So, yeah,
but yeah, just as I said, I could go back and watch it. I could enjoy it in the second run. I don't know, but yeah, I had no interest in this one. I really didn't like. And Shang-Chi's a different one. Shang-Chi's just I haven't got around to watching it.
So yeah, that's what you're left in at the end of the movie.
Huh.
That giant Celestial.
I mean, visually it looks fucking cool, but judging off the first 40 minutes I saw, I don't know. I just found it boring.
If I can find the part, well, I know.
Like they'd hardly show it on. I would suppose it's out on Disney Plus now, like so. And it's such a weird one because
can you see this
on the far side? No, I can't see it.
Hold on.
Will you not get flagged for showing this on the channel
though? It's fine. I'm not monetized or anything like so.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll try that again. I just want to show you that clip where he appears on Earth.
Grabs her.
Awesome.
Is this where he grabs her? Is it? That's pretty fucking lousy.
That's pretty cool, dude.
Chosen to sacrifice the Celestial for the people of this planet. I will spare them.
Come on, fuck off.
But it's weird because, as you know, like as much of DC head as I am, when it comes to the Marvel stuff, and when we're talking about Marvel kind of shows and stuff, normally I can I'll blow them hard because their shit is that good. You know what I mean? So it's a weird one that this time around, like I'm fucking going. Well, like outside of like the Captain Marvel jokes, but you know what I mean? Like I initially love Marvel content. But yeah, this one was a weird bag for me, man. You know,
why would you program robots with emotions if their job is to build up the human population just to feed the baby Celestials? Yeah, a lot of it didn't. There's one good end credit scene and one shit one.
Someone mentioned it. That's literally the pop star I saw in a suit. Who's he playing?
He's playing Star Fox, who's Thanos' brother.
Thanos' brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
I enjoyed the first post-credit Roland the Vampire Hunter. Yes, James. Yes. So did you see the other post-credit?
I haven't seen any of the post-credits.
Okay, so the guy that Jon Snow is playing is Dane Whitman, who's the Black Knight in the comics.
So do they introduce Blade in this?
If you'd let me finish.
Oh, sorry. I'm just.
It shows Dane Whitman looking at this box, and it's kind of speaking to him and stuff. And he opens it, and it's a sword. It's the ebony blade from Excalibur, basically. And you hear someone in the background say, "Are you sure you're ready for that?" And it's fucking Blade, but it doesn't show him. So it's really they're proper. Jesus, it was dark and everything.
Excuse me. See, this disappoints me even more, right? You made people sit through, and in, like, how long was the running time of Eternals?
220 or something like that.
220. So you made people sit through 220 of, like Eternals and like robots and then you show a post-credit scene, which would have probably blown people's fucking minds if you showed Blade, and then you decided not to show him. Fuck me.
James McGurk, PG Blade though. I'm not so sure it's PG though, because you look at even for example, and we're going to talk about it a little bit in a sec. There's a Moon Knight trailer tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you see him smashing the hell out of him. And also in the Disney Plus show, the Falcon the Winter Soldier, you see
you fucking give him the shield, sir.
Shield as a pizza slicer and someone.
Yeah, I mean, now it seems to be weird, right? It seems to be in the movies. I can see what John is saying there. It's in the movies they seem to be like very much in that PG vein, but it seems to be in the shows they seem to be blurring the lines with it because it's on Disney Plus. They seem to be pushing it a bit more.
Apart from home, though, something else.
Like you're not gonna get like Blade, like the Blade Wesley Snipes movie. You're not getting that.
Yeah, but still, if you look at that Blade, a lot of the things he killed were just ashes. They turned.
Yeah. So fuck it, a bit of blood here and there, like, I mean, because they're doing Morbius over in the Sonyverse, so like, I mean, he's got to be fucking killing dudes and biting people and sucking their plasma and all that, like, so they're gonna have to fucking, but he's probably going to be a little, higher up the grade, like. Yeah,
Mick said best scene amazing in the cinema. It really was. When you see it for the first time, it was so good.
So you don't see the Celestial until the very end in that scene?
No, you see him in other bits and pieces, but it's just that scene where he comes down. It's fucking class. Why would the Celestial just be cool with their minions telling them no? All that planning and reason for it to be happening to begin with the birth of thousands of other worlds. No worries, lads. Yeah, he does say he's coming back for judgment or whatever, but I don't know. Mick, I watched in 4DX, got sprayed in the face. Class. That sounds really cool. Brian, an entire Blade movie where every kill is off camera. I don't think it'll be off camera. Anyhow, I'm willing to give it.
I don't know if it'll be off camera, but I think it might be what you said. If you have him like dusting, he hits him and they turn to dust. That's no blood. That's no nothing. Do you know what I mean? It's you will get away with that 100%. So they'll probably go that route. Do you know, that's not gory. That's not bloody. Do you know what I mean? It's just they just disintegrate into dust.
Original Blade film opening scene, yes, that blew my mind. Yeah, it was fucking class. And it's because I knew nothing about him beforehand. I don't think you'll never be able to recreate.
Oh, fucking that first Blade film, man, was like, I mean, what a lot of people fucking say about it. I mean, that was the one that in a lot of people's minds was what jump started the fucking new direction in the MCU.
Yeah.
Or in Marvel being top tier, like,
So what we're going to talk about next is the Book of Vesperfest.
Oh.
So guys, episode 3 of the Book of Boba Fett. Firstly, like, we chatted a bit about it yesterday, Tubbs, and I want you to like tell them what you told me about it yesterday, what your thoughts were.
Okay. This show for me so far, and this is like as I said, this is just me personally watching the show. Like you kind of have it. Everyone has their own opinion on it, but for me personally, at the moment,
we did 2.5 hours on toxic fandoms last week.
I mean, I'm not. This is why I'm saying it's just my opinion on it. It's not even toxic fandom. I'm not trying to push this on anyone, but I found this show to be a bit of a mixed bag so far. It's kind of like the first episode was kind of a hit and miss for me a bit, like, you know. And second episode I loved, and this episode really kind of like mind boggled me in places and really lost my interest in others, like the Vespa fucking the street race, which that was the slowest, gankiest chase I've ever witnessed in my life. Brian, it looked horrible. Like those bikes, I don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if it was because they were obviously hovering, they never hit the ground, but because of that effect of them never hitting the ground, it just looked like they weren't going fast. Like they looked like they were crawling. Do you know what it was like? It was like, do you ever see like fucking old people trying to chase each other? And it's like that's what it felt like, man. But there was a couple of things like in this that like I don't know, it's weird. It was just weird. I was watching, I was kind of like when the Huts showed up and they're like, here's a Rancor. Sorry, we tried to kill you. We're fucking off now because there's a bigger bad, you know, kind of out there somewhere. It was nice having, you know, this playtime with you. And then they left and gave him a Rancor, and then he kind of like sexually kind of like stared into the Rancor's eyes, which was fucking strange. I was going, like, what the fuck is... I mean, but you made a good point to me, though. You know, like, I mean, but even though when I was saying this, I don't have a fucking clue what that scene was where he was, like, lovingly looking into the Rancor's eyes. I'm not saying it's not going to have a good payoff. It just seems so fucking strange. And this is my only issue with this episode in general, and mostly out of the three. I just hope that by the time this show ends, that they don't kind of lose some of like that like mystery behind Boba Fett.
Well, that's what a lot of
no, I mean, but that's just me personally, because I'm watching him. And this is like you said, you watch a show. I mean, look, who the fuck am I? Like, let's be honest, who the fuck am I? I'm like going, oh yeah, man. Like he has the helmet off a lot, but like, I didn't write the show, so you know what I mean. That wasn't my decision to go that way. Do you know what I mean? I'm just a fan that needs to shut the fuck up and watch their show if I'm going to sit there and watch it. But yeah, it's just it's weird. I thought he'd be in the helmet a lot more, if I'm being honest. I thought like you know he'd have a lot more kind of like you know that would be the intimidation factor. But he seems to be taking it off like every chance he gets. More screen time for the actor, obviously. But Machete fucking finally went to space, though. I was happy to see that.
I'm having a blast with the show, Tuscans, etc. No problem so far. Connor says, I'm loving the show, hated the mod bikes. Jonathan Mando, season 1, IG-11 plus Baby Yoda on a speeder bike zooming through town, pot-shotting stormtroopers. Boba Fett season 1, it's the fucking Spy Kids on Vespas. Are we spoiled, though, by Mandalorian? Was that too good, maybe?
This is why I think that whole fandom thing comes into play, man, because I think we are spoiled. Like, because, I mean, and even when in 2021, when it came to the Marvel stuff, like, we got, like, between shows and movies, we got, like, 9 Marvel projects in 1 year. Like, and then a ton of Star Wars shit the year before, you know? Like we are spoiled. Like, we are fucking spoiled. It's kind of, do you know what I think it is now? It's one of those things where, like, it's like especially me, you know, watching this episode, like, this week and kind of going, like, well, I didn't like the way they did that. That didn't make sense to me. Like, I mean, shut the fuck up, Tubbs. Shut the fuck up. You know? You're just whining and nitpicking. I'm allowed to do that, obviously, because it's my own opinion.
Yeah,
but not pushing it on anyone else, like, because I know you enjoyed a lot more of it this week than I did. And that's not to say the show is bad, because as I said, I really enjoyed the second episode, like with that trippy fucking like fucking lizard fucking, you know, like fucking high he was on. The whole lot, I thought it was fucking class. And there was some fucking really cool sections in this. There's really cool moments in this, like the fight with well, I can never pronounce his name, Kazakan.
Kursantan.
Kursant, yeah. the whole sequence was fucking class. Like he beat the shit out of Boba. Like he beat the piss out of him.
And the Power Rangers.
Which I thought was cool. Do you know what I mean? Like when he kind of caught him off guard and he was out of the armor and stuff, and he really kind of laid into him. And it kind of really showed you as well that he's like Vespa kids weren't worth their fucking weight and fucking. And you know yourself, this is the only thing, you know yourself, these Vespa kids, right? These the whole fucking team, this whole thing, they're all there to set up your one with the girl with the fucking robotic arm. Like she's going to be the only one that's going to kind of like become a big character moving forward. The rest of them are just kind of throwaway characters, like, do you know what I mean? Like that are there to kind of like help build her, I think.
Says, I agree what you're saying, Thomas, on the helmet thing.
I mean that's probably something that I'm noticing, Brian. That like maybe I kind of had a different idea of the show in my head. Maybe I thought when they were making the Book of Bobba Fett, I thought he was like never going to take the thing off, because that's kind of what I remember of Boba Fett when we were younger. You know, obviously when they made the prequels, they kind of like his father took it off every fucking chance he got, you know, and then like sperm cloned himself.
We never saw Boba Fett really.
Well, we only saw him as a kid, you know what I mean?
But like in the old trilogy, a few throwaway scenes is all he was in. He chased.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So there was a mystery behind him. Do you know what I mean? He was a very mysterious character. Like you always only saw him in the helmet and the thing. And I think that's what kind of got it. I think that's why people are kind of saying that, even myself included. Because I think when we went into the show, I think mentally I thought that's the show I was getting down. He was going to be in the helmet. It's going to be Boba Fett that I remembered as a child. You know, nostalgia and all that kind of crack. But and I've no problem with him taking off the helmet. It's just I don't know. I just find it weird that like he takes it off every chance he gets. Like everyone in Tatooine now know what he looks like. Like he comes in the helmet, right? And he's talking to the governor or the mayor, and he's like, "Oh, 1 second, let's have a conversation." You know, I'm kind of going like, do you want everyone to see what you look like? You know, is this the game you're playing? You know,
I don't think that's not. He's not hiding his identity anyway. I don't think that's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, no, I think he's past that point of it. I think, like, I gathered that from the 3 episodes. I think he's past that, isn't he, that whole bounty hunter thing? Because he even says it to like the Wookiee fucking character. I can't remember his name. What was it? It was
You're so all over the place. It's there for it.
Yeah, it's fucking. We're doing one on Sundays. I know what I'm trying to say, but I'm janky wanky, like.
So, like, for myself, like.
So where did you fall on it?
This is the episode though I felt I had most issues with. The chase was fucking terrible. It was so. When I watched it, I thought it's like when your internet is cutting out. It was so stilted. It was like it was going almost like stop motion, if that makes sense. Yeah, it was very jilted, and I don't know what was that. And was that an intended effect, or was it on purpose, or was it supposed to show that they were going through a busy area? I don't know. It was so slow anyway. The looks of the bikes, I had no problem with it at all. No problem with them at all. It's very 60s, what George Lucas used to like.
Yeah.
The Rancor thing, I'm perfectly okay with that as well. If you remember at the very start, he said he didn't want to kill anyone. He wanted respect.
Yeah.
So what could be more respectful than him taming a Rancor and walking into Mos Espa?
Yeah, riding on the top of the Rancor into fucking Mos Eisley, yeah.
The Tusken Raider thing, I don't think that's finished, obviously.
I mean, if it is, because I remember I said it to you last night, this is one thing this is one of kind of the issues I had with this episode, was it just felt like they had kind of, like last week, they had built up the whole thing with like the hot twins and, you know, and like the fucking Wookiee fucking character, and you knew there's going to be a fucking, you know, there's going to be a massive fucking kind of clash there. And then the whole thing with him being trained by the Tuskens and all, jumping into the flashbacks, and it just seemed like they were building. And then this episode didn't just seem like they're kind of like, oh, bye-bye, see you later, have a Rancor. You know, it was kind of, I was like, oh, that seemed a bit rushed, you know? But I mean, that's just me. That's just me. Like maybe next week I'll enjoy next week because it seems to be for me. It's like every second episode I seem to be liking. It seems to be the way it's going. But we'll see now how next week plays out. Like, will it pull me back into kind of the like loving the show again?
Jonathan says not just Mando though. Every Star Wars film and TV show had amazing chase scenes. Even the sequel, this is worse than the sequels for fuck's sake. Yeah, it's the worst chase scene I've ever seen in a Star Wars film by far.
Yeah, it was very bad to be fair.
I realised I have his first appearance in a comic apparently selling well now. That's Black Chrysanthemum with Boba Fett on that. I think it's a Darth Vader comic, if I'm not correct. Whatever.
I will say one thing.
Yeah.
I do like the chemistry, like the kind of the back and forth with Boba and
Fennec.
Yeah, I think that's dynamite. That's money. They're great. They're great on screen together. Like, so more of that. Like, give me more of them, the two of them together. I'm fucking loving it. But yeah.
Jonathan says Boba taking his helmet off is fine. Django and the clones did it all the time, but not in front of just anybody. Also, what a crap set of cybernetics the gang had. A heel drill. Who wouldn't want that? Yeah, I don't know. Damien says, I really love to see Dengar show up, even with Simon Pegg, his favourite bounty hunter. Jonathan says, what happened to the beast mode Boba from Mando season 2? This shows Boba is a completely different character. Yeah, like surely it's going that way now on the past timeline. I wonder will it take us up to that bit from Mando?
I said this to you, that's where I think the flashbacks are. That's why I think it's jumping back and forth a lot. Like, and I wonder, is that where the disconnect is coming from? Like, people are kind of watching him like in Tatooine, and he's kind of in the suit and everything else, and then it kind of jumps back, you know, and kind of. I mean, that could take you out of it as well. I mean, that's where some people's disconnect might be coming from. But I do think that they are building to where he shows up in Mandalorian.
Yeah, it could be.
You know?
The chase was badly shot, and the Vespa CGI effects were bad. Come on, though, that previous train section was top-notch viewing. I thought, yeah. Anyway, yeah, that scene was fantastic. Like, so
was that last week's episode?
Yeah, last week. Yeah.
Number 2. Yeah, that was unreal.
He doesn't want to kill anyone and wants respect. 10 minutes after he shot Bib Fortuna in the face, did Boba eat a fucking Snickers or something? Yeah, I think he had it in for all of them left at the fucking at the palace or whatever. Like, I don't know why like he's not from Tatooine anyway, is he? I don't think like he was made in Camino. Why does he even go back there? Connor says, going out on a limb here, but US viewers really seem to be the ones with the biggest problems with the show. Like, I don't have huge problems with the show. I enjoyed I did enjoy this episode, but it's not without problems for sure.
Well, I mean, go on.
I didn't like how he just let the Wookiee go as well. I thought he would have at least hired him. Or
I reckon that's going to come back to bite him.
No, I don't think so. Because
but this is the problem I have with it, and I know you explained to me kind of what it was, because I know in the comics they worked with each other and stuff, and it was that kind of thing as he hate, like, instead of like keeping him, he gave him back his freedom. But I could have done without the run off screen. Afterwards, it just looked. Do you know what it looked like? He's in full like. All right, buddy, I'm just going to dog down the shots. You know, it just looked. That was the problem with this episode. Certain bits and pieces just looked off. Like the speeder race thing looked, as you said, like stop motioning. It looked weird, and just slow and just not entertaining at all. Because like that's how you know you're not enjoying something, is when you're watching it going like, God, they're going slow. Like that bike didn't even hit. Like it doesn't even look like it's you're when you're poking holes in what you're watching. That's when you know you're not enjoying it.
Yeah,
and that's what I found I was doing a lot last night. Was I was poking holes in a lot of it. Not in a toxic way, just I couldn't understand why I was doing it because I was sitting there
No,
kind of going,
you're allowed to
oh,
criticize
I don't.
something as well, like without a big
No, but a
topic.
lot of mine is like that. And I try not to hit it with a toxic fandom kind of thing. Where it's like, I fucking hate this show because he has no helmet on, and I was promised the helmet. You know, this kind of shit. I don't come at it like that. I come at it like from my perspective and just kind of looking at it going, oh, I assumed because I'm the fucking nut job that goes like, well, when I watched Jedi, he had the helmet, so he has to have the helmet now. No, it's just because that's what your brain does. And I think you do expect things in your brain when you watch these things.
I saw
Because you have a
very
certain kind of thing in your brain. But it's
I
not even
saw-
all about that. It's just, it's like, and I was really, because remember I said it too after watching the first episode, I was kind of going, I don't know how I feel about it. I was kind of hit and miss with it. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I like some stuff I didn't like. And I remember I told you it took me two times to watch it because I fell asleep the first time.
By the way, guys, if anybody else wants to come in on the chat with us and if anyone wants to drop in the chat and chat with us about this, you can. I'm just going to drop the thing in the yoke. So
Question
if
for
you're
you.
brave enough, come on and chat.
You can hear me okay on the mic, right?
I can now. Yeah, you were low a bit there for a while though.
Oh, was I low? Was I? Because I was having the same problem with you. I was kind of low on your side.
I'll go closer to the microphone.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, if you want to come on and chat about it, the link is in the chat there now, and we can. So how's it now, Tubbs? Better? Better? Worse?
I mean, and do you know what it could be, dude? It could be my fucking my ear is pretty fucking wrecked at the moment, so maybe I'm kind of half deaf in this ear.
Chat, can you hear us pretty okay? All along?
Oh.
If you can't hear Tubbs, you're probably better off.
No, I can hear
you. But only joking. But yeah, Jonathan says Robert Rodriguez just seems to suck for action sequences, which is weird because he built his career on action sequences. The fight in episode 1 and the chase in episode 3 are just awful. The rest of the show has been great so far. And yeah, Jay and sound is good. Tubbs a bit quiet. Brian, okay, excellent. Thank you, guys.
Oh shit! Is it hard to hear me? So is it?
You were there for a few minutes, but then you kind of jumped back in. So I don't know what it is.
Okay.
But it seems to be fine now anyway. But yeah, so like yeah, the thing is in the link if you want to come on and talk about it before we move on to something else. StreamYard.com/MC and whatever. So yeah, Book of Bobba Fett, not the greatest, but it's okay. So Tubbs, have you any like once you recover and learn to breathe again? Have you any thoughts on where you think this might go next?
What, the Boba Fett, is it?
Yeah, Boba Fett.
Been
talking about for the last.
Well, I mean, obviously, do you know the guys in the train?
The Pikes.
Yeah. No, I could be fucking shooting in a different direction here because I don't know. Are they connected to what's her fucking Emilia Clarke's character from Han Solo?
Oh, hold on. We've got someone joining us for a moment. Damien, my friend.
Hello.
How are you?
Hey, bud.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. But remember, I'm in the very far north and you're the very far west, so remember that.
How are you?
I'm up there, you're over there.
Oh, you're below us, on my side.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So
it was the nuts I was eating earlier.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
So what's your thoughts on Book of Bobba Fett anyway?
I'm up there, you're over there.
You're below us, on my side.
I'm having a fucking bit of issue here with sound, man. Give me 2 seconds.
I can hear you perfectly, Tubbs.
Yeah.
Me, I'm enjoying it. It's probably because I'm an 80s Star Wars fan. Yeah.
So, like, what do you think of all these people who are constantly coming out every week, rubbishing it?
Me, I'm enjoying it.
I think you've got some echo on your side as well, Damien. You'll have to mute your YouTube.
Can you hear me?
I think you've got some
Yeah,
echo on
okay.
your side as well, Damien. You'll have to mute your YouTube.
Delay.
Can you hear me?
Delay.
1 second now. Can you hear me?
Hold on, lads.
Fuck. Right, I'm going to log off a minute and log back in because fucking, I think I'm for like a delay or something on my camera. I'm going to log off a minute and log back in because fucking. Give me 1 second or something on my camera. I'm going to log off a minute and log back in. Give me 1 second.
That's better.
There we go.
That's better. That's a better screen. I had 3 screens up.
Yeah, that always happens when someone comes on first. They're like, "Oh, what's that?"
There we go. That's better. That's a better screen. I had
Mute your YouTube, and it'll be better. Yeah, that always happens when someone comes on first. They're like, "Oh, what's that?" Mute your YouTube, and it'll be better. Da, 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 da. Yeah, you have to mute your live stream, Damien, or else it'll just
Got it.
go
Got it.
over.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And Tubbs has done a runner because he thinks it's his. So yeah, welcome. Ooh, what you got there?
There you go. That's
Oh, nice Mysterio, man.
yeah.
What figure is that?
Hot Toys one.
Ooh,
Hot
very
Toys.
nice, my friend.
I'm still not got him lighted up yet, but it's difficult to get him assembled and takes a while.
He's really nice, man. I love the cloak.
Yeah.
Set you back a bit.
That was about what I paid him after 5 months. You could pay like deposit, and that was going back to early would have been 2020. So yeah, took about 5 months after to get it.
Oh, not bad at all. Nice. This is really cool. James there says, I have a feeling one way or another that Rancor is getting road. That sounds bad. I just hope it's Boba climbing up on the back type of road. You cleared it up. It's fine. But yeah, I can see Boba Fett training it up over the next couple of episodes, singing it love songs and petting its back and scratching its ear, feeding its stormtroopers if there's any around. Yeah, I think he'll ride. I think he'll ride the Rancor into Mos Espa at the end when there's a final battle. I'm sure.
I kind of thought that was a good scene. The guard got dropped into the Rancor last episode, and he was thinking he was going to be it, and there was nothing in there. That's kind of a good. It gives you a little bit of memory of what happened all those years ago. Okay.
Yeah. Lots of people are using it as memes for HasLab thing. One sec. Tubbs is. Yeah, a lot of people are saying like, oh wait. James says, and I think the Wookiee will do him a turn. Yeah, isn't there like with Wookiees there's like a whole like life death thing when someone saves their life or frees them from slavery or whatever. Isn't that what Han had with Chewbacca? And Jonathan says, very nice, Damien.
This.
Jonathan says, how fucking pissed must the Star Wars Hasbro team have been on Wednesday? Yeah, I'd say they were pretty annoyed, all right. Scuba Pete, welcome to the chat. How are you, my friend? I'm just trying to get Tubbs back online. He's
Is it me? It's crashed. Is it?
No. It's he thought it was his sound all picked up, but it's grand. Happy Now says, "Sweet Mysterio." It is. It's really nice.
The Jake Gyllenhaal head is so accurate. It really is. So accurate.
And Jonathan says, "Hey Scuba." Connor says they've never seen Star Wars. Oh, Tubbs is back.
Okay.
No,
Fuck it.
Nice to meet you again.
Man, I was hearing delay and everything on my side. I was like, what the fuck is going on with my camera and my fucking mic? I was going, Jesus Christ.
When someone new joins the thing, that happens sometimes.
Okay, right. I thought it was my whole fucking setup, so I just jumped off to kind of reboot it.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Meet Damien. I don't know which way.
Hey, buddy.
Long time no see.
So what have I missed since some of that?
Oh, where Damien showed off his Mysterio hot toy.
Oh, fucking give me a look.
Hold on, I'll make it big.
Oh, look at that boy.
I'll make it big.
Oh, fucking claw cape and everything. Unreal.
This thing comes off, so yeah. I'm saying that the Gyllenhaal head is absolutely 100% accurate. It really
like
is.
a fucking claw cape makes all the difference, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I've not gotten the thing light up yet, but it takes a while to get off and unscrew it and all that kind of thing. So,
like if I'm being honest, I'd love to take like the McFarlane fucking kind of figures I have and kind of like, like for Superman and fucking Batman and things. I'd love to fucking attach like claw capes to them. But I'm no good at that shit.
And James says, love Mysterio. I have the Marvel Legend.
Fantastic.
I have the comic one up there somewhere. Connor says, "Hello, Scuba. I'm well, sir. Hi, Jonathan Connor. Hard not to believe that. I would like to think Patrick was crying into his cornflakes watching that." Night, guys. Catch you next week. Night, Mick. Have a good one. Also, guys,
see you, buddy.
The Sure Listen podcast is run by Mick Leonard. You can find it on all your good podcast apps and stuff. It's good crack. It's like kind of like our show. Excuse me. And Connor says, he wrecked his office. I don't think that guy that works for Hasbro cares, to be honest, because he got a promotion about 2 weeks after the HasLab failure, as far as I know. So I don't think he's too worried about what all the Star Wars fans are thinking. So guys, like Damien, what do you think is going to happen in the next few episodes of Boba Fett? In your opinion?
I just had to wait and see. I don't know. Just as I say, I have my favourite characters and what I want to see, but that's just me. I would love to see a couple of other like bounty hunters like Dengar come into it. I think they can. I think they still survive in that universe. So I think is it the Bosk? I think they're coming. That race are coming into it. Perhaps
they were there, weren't they, in the chase scene? The Trandoshans. But I'd love to see Bosk. He was always a favorite.
Is it Forlom and Zuckus?
They were the other two. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It'll be interesting.
They're probably going to be explored in either this season or Mandalorian season 3. One of the two. I reckon they will come back, but just a matter of time. I
saw some people kind of speculating that Tron might show up at the end of this because we've got the Ahsoka series coming.
What to lead into that?
Is either coming this year or next year. I'm not 100% sure. And he's
it's not a bad shout.
Main antagonist to that. So yeah.
And how many episodes is there, Brian?
Of this, there's 7. So there's
7. Okay.
So yeah, there's still a lot of time for them to turn around. Like.
Yeah, I mean it's 3 more episodes. Like, do you know what I mean? So it'd be interesting to see where it goes.
Is it not 12? Not 12 episodes?
No, just 7, unfortunately.
Oh,
7 episodes.
Obi-Wan, I think Obi-Wan is the next one that's coming, and there's only 4 episodes.
To be fair, that's the one now. I hope kind of is good. Like,
Jonathan said the promotion would have been in the works for ages. Not to defend Hasbro, but I reckon Lucasfilm kept them in the dark regarding the Rancor and everything else about this show, like they did with Mando. And yeah, it's
the famous Rancor, huh?
It's the same with the Hasbro Marvel team. Like, they don't tell them anything what's coming up until like the last minute, and they get concept art and stuff like that. But I just saw the coming soon for Kenobi thing. Jesus, I can't wait. Yeah, that's going to be an amazing show.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that one.
Tron
Without
or
a shadow of a
Ezra
doubt.
will 100% show up and lead into the Ahsoka shows. Disney shows always link into each other. Yeah. So yeah, that's Scuba says agreed. I don't think Disney shares squat with Hasbro with new Star Wars. So hopefully there'll be more more good stuff comes out of episode 4 this week. Have any of you guys watched a little thing called Peacemaker this week?
Fuck yes, I have.
Yeah. I've had good things about it though. I've had good things about it. Yeah.
Have you seen the new Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
And did you like him in that?
Yeah, I thought it was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot more.
I've only seen it once, so I have to go back and rewatch it again. So I mean, that was a good fun movie. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's.
I liked the if you go back to Quantum of Solace, one of the bad guys in that, he was the bad guy in this movie. The general, I can't say his name. Is it Jacqueline Cosio? He was fantastic in this film.
Yeah,
I know what we were on about.
He played the same character in James Bond, but in Suicide Squad as well. He was like the dictator, whatever his name was.
Yeah. I know what we were on about.
Yeah.
For me, like even just like fucking just like this, the Peacemaker's opening intro, like the intro to the show is, it's one of the most off the cuff, mental fucking imagery. It's a dance number, but they're all doing this like really fucking weird, like puppet and strings type movements and shit. But they're all stoic and completely serious, man. While they're doing it, it's just so fucking weird and stupid and brilliant. It's James Gunn to the highest fucking point. Like, I enjoyed the shit out of it. I saw the first 3 episodes and I fucking loved it.
Yeah, they dropped the first 3 episodes this week.
Yeah.
And I blew.
It's on HBO Max, but you can find it on Now TV, I believe.
Now TV, yeah.
Now TV in the UK, yeah.
Jonathan says the Marvel team always have figures ready to drop just as a movie or show comes out, though, so the issue has to be with Lucasfilm, in my honest opinion. Well, collecting for the last, that's changed. That didn't used to be always like that. Even as far back as Iron Man 2, I think they still didn't release Whiplash figures for that. Or
that was the likeness to Mickey Rourke. Same with Jake Gyllenhaal and all these actors. I mean, that's I think kind of odd. So how can a company like say Hot Toys get the likeness and nobody else? Why can't everybody else get the same rights?
It's a strange one.
I don't understand that. Okay.
But yeah, like Hasbro, like nowadays they're a lot the Hasbro team are probably a lot closer to the MCU movie division or whatever. But before, it wasn't always the case. You'd often get
because you can see there's a lot more.
A line of 10 years Infinity figures. They had to go back
so they did Infinity and they did What If as well, didn't they? So there's a lot more coming now. Like, I mean, and like obviously you'll correct me if I'm on this one, Brian, but I heard that there's an entire No Way Home line coming.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, but all like the villains, like the Green Goblin and everything else.
They just had to wait for a while until.
Wave, I think that's Wave 2, isn't it? Wave 2.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so.
They did the one with Doctor Strange and J. Jonah Jameson and Tom Holland. Obviously, they couldn't show off the rest until.
Yeah.
A lot of Spider-Man stuff coming this year. I mean, 6th anniversary, 20th anniversary, 30th anniversary. You know, it's going to be a big year for Spider-Man this year.
I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of announcements coming for Spider-Man.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
Connor said seen the first episode and it was great.
It was.
Peacemaker is awesome. HBO series, right? Yeah, HBO.
But anyone that's
Tubbs, how would you the Peacemaker? Is there any other programs out there that you would put it on a basis that kind of like has that feel? Has that kind of similar?
Have you seen The Boys?
Oh yeah. It's kind of on that level.
Like that.
But to be fair, even with John Cena, because like, I mean, obviously, like me and Brian have always been like wrestling fans and stuff, And John Cena's gotten some flack over the years, man. You know, like people have like ripped him to shreds. Like, I genuinely fucking thought he was like a breath of fresh air in this. Like, he was like genuinely funny in this, and heartfelt in moments. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like it's not just like this like douchebag. Do you remember in Suicide Squad, he was that fucking, you know, like fucking like Captain America as an asshole. Basically, he's that asshole version of Captain America, just completely off the fucking chain. But in this one, you can even in this show, like the way they've designed it is like he's trying to interact. He has no social skills. Like he just does not know like how to interact, and he's no filter about what he says and certain things and how he like approaches situations, and you can genuinely see that there's like there's a lot of layers to why he is the way he is, and I love when they do that. But I'll genuinely go and say that this is probably next to maybe Smallville and Lois and Clark, one of the best DC shows that. One of the best DC properties that has been produced in a long time. This is top level. Like I've enjoyed, and everyone I talked to that's seen it seems to say the same thing. Even Brian was even saying he loved it. Like, you know, it's genuinely a good watch. If you can find it on Now TV, I recommend. The first 3 episodes are up there, man. Go watch it.
Yeah, definitely give it a shot. Definitely. Yeah.
I mean, like it's one of those. I know, like the lads in the comments and yourself and Brian can tell me if I'm wrong on this one. Like, but I belly laughed watching this. Like, there was a couple of moments in this where I literally laughed out loud. Because it was some things he says in it are just so off the fucking chain and unfiltered, and the reactions from the people around him and stuff. It's fucking top level, man. It's really good.
Yeah, it's
like, basically James Gunn turned up to 11 Jan.
It's so stupid sometimes, like, but
in the best way. Like even the Bond with Vigilante, man.
Oh, that guy! Oh, he's such an idiot.
But it's the whole concept of like, you know, just that whole, you know, there's a scene in it, not ruining it, but he's like when he gets home from where he is at the beginning to his trailer, and he just picks up his phone and he just sits there like listening to messages. Like it's funny, man. You have to do. I won't say anything more about it because I don't want to spoil it for you, but I really think you should go check it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Jonathan says, Brian, I just mean the Marvel figures dropped at the same time as the film TV shows, where Star Wars was a year out at least. Yeah, that's true. And even with the Rogue One figures, they had to redo them. They were so bad, the first ones they did. Anyone watching the final season of The Expanse? I've never seen that.
Never heard of it. No.
Never heard of it.
I actually don't know what that is.
It's
going back to Rogue One, Brian. Can I say the one figure that I really was disappointed, and going back to when I opened Empire magazine for the making of Rogue One for it was released, was Krennic. I thought that looks like a cool looking character, and the figure was so disappointing. Krennic. I thought that one needs to be revisited. I hope.
Yeah, I think they did do a full wave, didn't they? And they did Bodhi Rook again as brand new as well.
Like I have one of them inside. What fucking man? I can't remember anyone's name today. Like my brain is like pure. What's her fucking the main actress in the movie? Jen Urkel. Yeah. Fucking, I have her figure inside, and to be fair, it's not a great figure. Like, yeah,
egg warmed everywhere. Like.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine, but it's not a figure that'll blow you away. Like, it's not no Mysterio behind Damien. Like,
Connor said about The Expanse, I'm really looking forward to it, but not started it yet. Love the last 2 seasons. Yeah, guys, let me know what it's about as well. School Pete says, yeah, it's really good. Just sucks. It just sucks it over though that they left enough plot elements that could continue, like in a movie or something. And he said, yeah, that would be a good way to go out via a movie. Great series. Have you read the last 3 books? John just says, The Expanse is the best sci-fi show in the last 2 decades. Definitely check it out, lads.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. I'll actually have to go check that out now.
Says, I've not read those books, Jonathan. Sounds like a treat. So, what we want to talk about next is Ghostbusters Afterlife. Yes. So Damien's been looking to talk about this for a while.
Well, I'm actually got one very disappointing aspect with the film. See if you can guess what it is. I'll give you a clue. I mean, this was originally in the old film, this character, and it was built up through the films and also the games and the books. And the one character I was so looking forward to when you got to the sequence, it was completely destroyed afterwards. Guess the character.
That was the guy that's like perfectly fucking kept in the glass box.
Yeah, Ivo Shandor.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
He was so focused on no films, it was unreal, and even in the cartoons and the books, as I say, and it's a great film. I love it, but that one they could have done a bit more with that character, I think.
I've personally, I only watched it myself 2 weeks ago, and like I'd heard so much good stuff about it and fantastic reviews here, there, and left, right, and center. Yeah, and I watched it, and I really enjoyed it, but
I did, yeah.
I did find it was a little bit flat.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that's a bad thing. I think I may have built it up too much in my own head before I watched it.
Do you think it was lacking ghosts, or do you think the ghosts were utilised enough in it?
I think it was just, without ruining it for Tubbs, it was very it was done the same way.
Like, I can do you a favor, right? I can go take a piss right now and let you banter on for the next 5 minutes, and I can just come back and you can get the spoiler shit out of the way.
Go feed the Shetland ponies.
I'll go fucking feed the Shetland ponies. That's what I'll fucking do. But give me 2 minutes. You can banter on about it there. Look, I'll just put I'll put this fucker here. Look, I'll sit him down. Look.
Cool. That's better, Mysterio. Absolutely.
Aren't you fucking? Come here, you cunt. There you go. Look, he'll watch my stage for me while I'm gone. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Is he gone? Can we call him short again? But yeah, to wind it up quick, like I thought it was a good retread of the first movie. Again, I was kind of disappointed they used the same villains and stuff, Gozer and what have you. I thought they would have done something a little bit different.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I kind of thought that Ivo Shandor, although he was in it, he was mentioned. I thought they could have done a bit more.
Yeah, it was very throwaway though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Just
like, I don't need to see Gozer again in HD. Yeah. Basically, like I did like that scene at the very end. It was very nice, but I also felt a little bit manipulated by it, if that makes sense. It's like, oh, here he is, be sad. I'm like, I didn't feel it was earned, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy it. It was a fun watch. I'd probably watch it again. Would most definitely watch it again. Yeah. I just think it was very rushed. Mm-hmm. It could have been a bit longer, and they could have like dealt with the old cast a bit better. Yeah. It's like, sounds like I'm talking about Star Wars again. But overall, I would watch it again. It's not offensive or bad.
No, it's a good watch. No.
It's a good watch.
But I wonder what the future will mean for it, because they're obviously done well all over. So I wonder what they will do. I wonder if they'll retweak it with the young guys going to New York. What do you think will happen next?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Part of me wants them to just leave it as is now.
But I always kind of thought, watching the Easter egg at the very, very end, there was something about the end sequence with the containment unit. Is something going to happen with that unit? They forgot about the containment unit. So is that a possible? It's not quite over yet. You know what I mean?
But he didn't. The last scene, the other guy bought the building back and stuff as well, didn't he?
Yeah, but there's still the containment unit and something. I mean, I guess the ghost is still in there, aren't they? From the previous one.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it, but like, I would like to see what they would do with a sequel, but I'd be nearly afraid to see what they do with a sequel in case they mess it up again. But yeah, I liked it. It was very, very Stranger Things. I find they hit all the kind of what's the word to use? They hit all the popular things. Oh, look, here's someone who does a podcast. here's someone that has a learning disability. It was very on the nose in parts. Like that's me if I want to really dig into it. Like,
yeah, I was kind of taking 80s kind of culture to our today's society. Maybe it doesn't quite work, but I know what you were trying to do.
Well, yeah, I really liked it, and I would recommend it for people who haven't seen it, definitely.
Yeah.
Let's just look at the comments now from guys.
Absolutely.
Jonathan says, I hear it's a right stretch feeding those Shetland ponies tubs.
Yeah.
I think he brings out his little chair, Connor. Jonathan said, I wish the last third of Afterlife was longer. Felt like it ended wrapped up too quick.
Yeah,
yes.
That's what I mean. Ivo Shandor could have been written a bit better. Because, I mean, they were working on it. And then just one sequence, he was gone. Okay?
Like,
he was gone.
I will say, like, it's hard, but I know the guy that played Egon is dead or whatever, but I would love to have seen more of him building that whole thing he set up down the thing to stop the ghosts coming up through that hole. I would have loved to see more of that. Mm-hmm. And Paul Rudd was really, really wasted in it, I thought.
Yeah, he was,
They turned into the dogs very, very fast.
Yeah.
And
he was no Rick Moranis, but who you can't replace him, can you?
No, definitely not. God.
No. And that's the one cameo I'm surprised that you never saw. It was Rick Moranis in the film. I don't know if he's done well. He doesn't keep well these days, does he? He's not been seen for years. I haven't seen him in probably since.
He retired from acting to look after his kids and his sick wife at the time, I think.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's ever going to come back, unfortunately.
I mean, what was his last movie he did? The Honey, I Blew Up the Kid? That must be
Honey, I Shrunk the Kid, one of those,
yeah.
Jonathan says, I hope we do get more Ghostbusters with that new cast. Phoebe was a total scene stealer. Yeah, the kids were phenomenal.
We might get a new Ghostbusters TV show since TV is the way forward, yeah. Get a new cartoon series. Yeah.
Hasbro owns it, but Disney doesn't own it, do they?
I'm not quite sure.
I don't think they do. Seeing that it was to be released 2 years ago, those kids are all grown up now for a sequel. Well, you could always have them established as like college kids, not college kids, but secondary school kids, high school kids, that's the word, and have them doing the Ghostbusting in their spare time. But I always got a kick out of seeing Janine as well, and I was delighted to see her back.
Yeah.
Because like my like memory is like, welcome to Ghostbusters from years ago. Like, but it was enjoyable. Tubbs, you can come back now. We're finished talking.
The Shelton boys must be well fed by now.
Stormtrooper looks to have stood up by himself. That's a bit weird. But Connor says, I like the balance though, bringing on the original cast at the end. It wasn't overkill.
No.
Yeah, like I'm glad they came back because they shouldn't have been in that movie in 2016 at playing other characters. That was wrong. That's a good point, Connor. Stranger Things.
Dark Side Returns.
Rick Moranis was beaten up in the street last year. Really? Oh, that sucks, man. He's a fucking
What for?
Probably for nothing.
He wouldn't do that if he was Dark Helmet. He was talking about then. You mind Dark Helmet?
Spaceballs.
Is it Dark Helmet? Yeah. Oh, absolute classic.
Wow, there's a throwback.
Speaking of Spaceballs, Tubbs, Spaceballs.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah. No, we were just saying about Rick Moranis. Well, no spoilers, but.
Yeah, he's
out of the game now, doesn't he?
For years.
Yeah. But didn't he? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I know someone will. But didn't he leave? Didn't he leave Hollywood after his wife got sick? He was left. I think or something on lines of that or something. I think that's why he kind of left. And didn't come back.
His wife got sick, so he quit acting to look after her and the kids.
Same, Mick.
Jonathan says the internet was on fire. Some arsehole just ran up and battered him in broad daylight. He was beaten up.
Was that the same with the actor that was in Eternals? He got beaten up as well. The Irish actor, Druid.
Oh, Druid. Yes. Who was that?
Yeah, I heard that as well.
Yeah. See, who he? They reckon he is going to be the next Joker, but I hope not.
Oh,
I don't think he's a good actor, but I thought he was perfect for the Mad Hatter. I think he'd be wasted for the Joker. Sorry.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Your man,
Wouldn't like
fucking.
it at all.
Have you seen
Barry
the news
Keoghan,
recently that
yeah.
Barry maybe playing the Joker? In the next
Barry
Batman.
Keoghan, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen him in stuff, man. And I reckon he could fucking do
He
a
can't do an
good
American
version of it.
accent, really,
Yeah,
that's
he
like
probably
that.
would do, but I thought.
Yeah, but I think he's a good choice for it. But
Joker again.
Look after his kids and his wife.
But I'm the same as you. Like I probably like, but it's like all these things all the time. He definitely probably wouldn't have been my first pick for the Joker.
But
Like
he
if
could
I
change
was,
your mind.
you know, in that universe, I'd be thinking someone else. It's shocking to me, how Willem Dafoe has never played a live action Joker.
True. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like he's just like fucking. He's got that face for it. Like he's menacing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he's fucking crazy and
Yeah,
kind of
but,
psychotic, and it's all in the face.
The recent the Batman news, I go on comic book cast. They reckon that he is going to be doing the Joker, but it seems to be, what I can tell, that they're trying to make the Joker responsible for all the other criminals, and I don't think that's fair. That's what I'm trying to say to you. I don't think that's that they should go down. But actually, I can't.
Like, I mean,
remember. I can't
Like
remember.
I'm kind of shocked that they're going, because it seems like they're repeating the Dark Knight kind of process.
Yeah,
where he's coming in like his Joker's going to be the main villain in the second film.
Being the way they are, I don't think that's was ever any of the comics, was it? Correct me if I'm wrong.
For which?
I don't think that the Joker in the comic books or anything was responsible for all the criminals being the way they were. You know what I mean?
No, God, no.
No,
He was just an agent of
responsible.
chaos, like, you know what I mean. His whole concepts, in looser terms, because it's very different than all like the New 52 and kind of everything else that, you know, the variations over time and stuff. But his whole concept of him and Batman is like they're destined to dance like forever. Do you know what I mean? He gets off on the whole Batman thing, pushing his buttons and everything else. Like it's kind of like a dance routine for him when it comes to Batman. But yeah, it's a fucking weird one. Like, because this new Pattinson Batman that's coming.
Yeah.
It seems to be a very different take. Like, I mean, I'm very interested because, as Brian knows, one of my favorite Batman graphic novels is Year One. I love that whole concept of, like, you know, he's in the first year of it. Like, I know they're basing this in and around a Year Two concept, but it's still basing around that, where he's a very raw kind of still trying to find his feet. He's not really the Dark Knight yet. He's just Batman.
Yeah.
You know, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
So, guys, before we wrap up, I'm going to quickly do a top 5 90s action movie. I know you've got.
Oh my God, a top 5? I wrote down 40 fucking movies, dude.
Well, if we had more time, I would go through more, but we can do top 5.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
I'm kind of cheating, but I hate 3 Bond films off because you chose Bond, so I've got 3.
Bond is fine.
So it'll be GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, and The World's Not Enough. Non-Bond, it'll be Speed.
Ooh,
Speed?
good choice.
Yeah. 94 and
Pop quiz, hot shot.
what? Oh, gosh,
Yeah.
like, action movies from the 90s. Has to be Terminator 2, surely.
Oh, Terminator 2, yeah.
Great show.
Yeah. Like, I have that on the list as well for that one. See, this is why I wrote a lot of them down, Damien, was because I knew Brian would mention some. I knew, like yourself and the lads in the comments would probably throw stuff out. So I was kind of going, if I have 40, I'll definitely have
30 years ago
like
this year.
But like the 90s, when I was researching this, the which?
30th anniversary this year, isn't it? T2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's mental to think that, like. But no, when I was researching up kind of like the 90s, that decade of action movies and stuff, kind of, you know, because, you know, they throw things like Spawn came out like in the 90s, and you're kind of trying to go like, oh, was that action? Was that, or was that superhero trying to break them all down? But like Mortal Kombat, all those kind of movies.
You don't have to be that specific.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I was it one that I loved in the 90s was Mel Gibson's Payback. Do you remember that?
Payback.
Yeah. Do you remember Payback? He was like, everyone in the movie was filth, like.
Gary Sinise was the bad guy.
Yeah, he was the bad guy. Trying to mention. But they were all bad guys. This is the worst thing about the movie. It's like nobody was good in the movie. Like but he was just the better of the other bunch. I fucking loved it. And then the normal ones kind of point to your head like Con Air, The Rock, Face Off, fucking Broken Arrow. Fucking
Stole one of mine.
Enemy of the State, fucking Fifth Element, all these crazy fucking movies. But like obviously the Matrix is up there for the 90s.
Not the new one.
Do you remember Rumble in the Bronx?
Yes, Jackie Chan.
Beautiful
film.
I think it was like one of his fucking first ones, like but first main ones.
It was one of his first main American ones, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? They could have put him on the map for the American movies, like but in the 90s had like fucking like like Bad Boys and fucking Heat, it's fucking one of the most iconic ones. Like when you had like Batman Returns was in the 90s. Like
I was going to say that, that was.
It was 92, wasn't it? Because Batman 89 and then
Batman
92.
Batman too much in the 90s.
Boondock Saints, do you remember that? Norman Reedus.
Jonathan's ones are The Matrix, Total Recall, Batman Returns, Starship Troopers, and Terminator 2.
Them all in the list, like they're fucking all classics, man.
I'm going to shout my 5 before we go.
On. And I give a list of 5 after that then.
In no particular order, I had Broken Arrow. I had Independence Day, which is one of my favorite films for years. Passenger 57 with Wesley Snipes.
Oh, yeah.
The Fifth Element, Lilu, Multipass. And Starship Troopers. I absolutely love Starship Troopers.
Can I sneak one in?
Of course
go for it.
Can't do it. Mars Attacks. I just remember Mars Attacks.
Mars Attacks. Yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah.
I love that.
That's a class film.
Yeah.
I think every James Bond actor's in that movie as well.
Really, there is. There's you could be here for hours.
Good cast.
I'll run down 5. So, Point Break.
Beautiful.
Loved it. Because I'm not going to list off the ones I already did, like Con Air and all them. Like they're the and Keanu Reeves. But there's one thing I actually fucking will say before we go on. And when I was looking over like the list of like the most popular ones and kind of ones I was kind of trying to jog my memory and remember and stuff, was how many fucking action-based movies Keanu Reeves and Nicolas Cage were both in the 90s. It was fucking like you had Johnny Mnemonic, you had The Matrix, you had Point Break, you had fucking
Chain Reaction.
And then Nicolas Cage was like Con Air, The Rock, fucking just fucking a ton of fucking shit he was in. But mine off the top of my head would be Terminator 2, Point Break, Mission Impossible, Escape from LA.
Nice, good choice.
And
that's
3. From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah. Was that the 90s?
It was, yeah.
And I said Payback, obviously, but fuck. Let me see. Fucking. We're gonna throw it in there for the laugh, yeah. Fucking. Sylvester Stallone's Judge Dredd. Yeah. For all its campy and crappiness. Yeah, I am the law. But like cliffhanger and all that kind of shit. Like fucking.
Boba Fett taking off his helmet. If Twitter was around back
then. There you go. That's the fucking thing. Like a character that never takes his helmet off was like destined to take it off. But Falling Down. Do you remember Falling Down?
Michael Douglas. Yeah, I've been there.
Fucking Enemy of the State. Fucking. Do you remember Daylight?
Yes, Stallone in the
Daylight with fucking Stallone. Stallone's another one that was rocking the 90s. Like, do you know what I mean? They were all. But it just goes to show when you even look at when you just go like, action movies of the 90s. Man, we were fucking spoiled. Like,
this is a good point by Jonathan. The difference between pre-2000 and post-2000. Just so few classic movies seem to come out these days.
Yeah, because everything is franchise based or reboots or remakes. Do you know what I mean? We were spoiled in the 90s kids.
Movie, and I will fight to the death on that one.
I was going to say, Brian, can you remember a movie? I think goes towards the end of the 90s. Again, had 3-4 Bond actors like Sean Bean, Jonathan Pryce, set in France. It was like a had amazing car chase.
Ronin.
Set in France. What?
Ronan.
With Robert De Niro. Yeah.
What was it called?
Oh,
Ronan.
fucking hell, man. Speaking of fucking French, Leon the Professional.
Leon is
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Or fucking Speed, The Fugitive, Last Boy Scout,
Cliffhanger.
Hard Target, fucking Sudden Death, fucking
Cliff-
Under
Cliffhanger?
Siege, fucking Hard Boiled. Man, there's a scene in Hard Boiled actually. Do you remember that? It was like I think it was a Japanese film.
Yeah,
where they like
that's it. That's it.
Ronin.
but your man throws a baby out the top of a window. It was hardcore fucking action, man. It was kind of like what was that one with the fucking God, what's the name of it? I can't think of the fucking name of it now. The Raid. It was like the 90s version of the Raid.
That's Chow Yun-Fat.
Hard Boiled, yeah. Fucking off the chain. But then you had like fucking all the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies and all the earlier Steven Seagal stuff and all that kind of shit. You know? Man, we were fucking spoiled. Blade came out in the 90s, kids.
More top tier movies came out in the summer back then than it came out in a decade these days. Connor says we're getting a 6-inch Dread figure this year. No idea of cost. It's made by Hyatt Toys, Connor, and they do 1/18 scale usually. I saw a picture of their Judge Death the other day.
Is that one with the dark skull mask with the visor? It's on Toy Art today. Toy Art.
Yeah, that's the one, I think.
Yeah. It looks like I say it looks like Emperor Zurg, but with black mask and yellow eyes.
I'll stick a picture up there now. This is of
one thing I will say, actually, a film I don't think I mentioned was do you remember True Lies?
Yeah.
Like Jamie Lee Curtis giving fucking a lap dance was like will be ever graved into my fucking childhood. Like
that's the 4-inch Judge Death, and I think that's the Dread as well.
That's fucking cool.
If you go into Toy Art, there's one from yesterday. It's a Judge Dredd character, but I think it's an enemy. It's a brand new figure. I've never seen it before, but it's quite a impressive looking figure.
Dum, dum, dum. There we go.
Probably need to go down a bit. Yeah. Keep going down.
Next page.
Page 2, yeah.
Dum, dum, dum.
Keep going.
There we go.
Yeah, that one.
Judge Fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I've never seen that card before, so I have no idea who he is.
Judge Fear.
Doesn't look like a nice dude anyway.
No, and I like that there's it's a material as well. It's not a hard goods. But they do Predator and Alien 1/18 scale figures as well, and they are really nice. So yeah, updating the entire line. At 16 points of articulation, fabric cape will ship out Q2 2022. Judge Mortis is due out in third quarter. A set with Judge Dredd and his motorcycle, second quarter of 2022, and released in the fourth quarter. And now 1/12 scale. Starting in the second quarter of the year, the Judge Dredd 1/12 scale line will be revealed, and pre-orders will begin. Judge Dredd will be available to order in the second quarter. Then look for Judge Death and Judge Fear. So there's 4 of them coming out in the 6-inch scale.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that'll be pretty awesome. I always wanted a Judge Dredd in my collection as well. Just looking through the comments now. I don't know why they're making 4-inch figures. Connor or Jonathan, they make mostly 4-inch figures.
That's tiny.
Yeah, just fucking tiny, like.
It's Star Wars.
That's smaller than the G.I. Joes, isn't it? Old G.I. Joes.
And they'll still probably charge a fucking arm and leg for it.
All the 6-inch hard boiled was mental.
Yeah, it was mental, yeah.
I need one. That Judge Fear. Brain is so going back to that Venom pig. No, because it's a statue and I have a perfect Venom already.
I actually saw like the black suit spot Superman, and I was like about to go back, but I was like, no, he's scrolling for something, let him off.
But yeah, so lots of 90s fun there. And yeah, we actually finished off with toys. So guys,
Yeah.
thank you once again for joining me. Damien, pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, maybe see you again in the future.
Thanks for coming on.
Fantastic,
I'm
man.
not too far away, just a little bit far away.
Dude, I love
when
when people come in to chat on the show, right? Because then I can actually go and fucking take a piss. It's
I
like,
was
oh,
gonna say,
Brian's got a fucking
usually on
backup.
the
I can go and fucking
BBC
take a
weather
piss.
map, Shetland's in the square box, so you know where Shetland is always in the square box.
It's good crack.
Brian, did you see the Marvel Select Venom? Ooh, I'll have to check this out now. Before we go.
Is it a statue, Brian? Is it?
No.
No.
I don't do statues myself.
No, but the Venom that Jonathan's on about, is that a statue?
No. Is that the new one? Is there a new one, Jonathan, or is that just the older one? Because if it's this one, I had it. Big Bang have it. Yeah, I have this one. Actually. I had this one at one stage.
You don't do statues at all, then, Brian? No statues.
I don't have any statues at the moment anyway.
Have you seen the new Thundercats when they're coming that way?
Is this the one you're talking about, Jonathan? Sorry, Damien, I'll get back to you there in a sec. This is a reissue, I think, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I did have that before. I still have a few heads of it actually in the back because I forgot to put them in the box when I sold them. But no, I haven't seen the Thundercats statue.
Just on the same toy art page from yesterday. They are big. They're massive. No, I think they're about coming up with all the 4 mutants first.
One second, I want to see if I can find it before I switch off.
I'm not going to collect them, but they're pretty impressive though for anybody that's in the Thundercats. Yeah. Especially Slythe and the Monkian. It's in the same website. Toy art page, probably page 1, maybe.
Yeah, you were on a different website before that, Brian.
Huh?
You were on a different website.
I'm flying through it here.
Yeah.
Second now. Oh yes, I see it now.
Yeah, I think there's 4 in total. There's Jackalman, Slythe, Monkian, Vultureman, and I think the mutants they're doing them first. And it's a company I've not heard before, so I'm not quite sure what they've done before.
These ones.
Yeah, it was this website, so.
That's done. Iron Studios.
They look pretty awesome.
That's fucking cool. That's pretty cool. All right, has to be said.
Yeah, but I wonder what they're gonna cost, though. I wonder.
Oof. I wouldn't like to
imagine Studios prices.
Recommended retail $99.
Ah, well, that's about.
Okay. And that's for the
£80, 80 British pounds. That's not bad.
Hold on now a minute. Jackalman is $160.
Oh.
Monkian is $160 as well. Yeah, they're all 160 bar.
Slythe will be 1,000. Yeah, just my luck.
So expensive. That's why I tend to stay away from those things. But yeah, I'm just gonna wrap up the comments and we're gonna head off then. Connor, sound meeting Damien tonight, and cheers out to the stream. Anytime, Connor. Thanks for dropping by.
Good crack, no doubt.
I thought it was new. That's it. Yeah, it's a reissue. I had that 2 or 3 years ago. I'd say that I had that. Jonathan says statues do nothing for me. I don't pose figures often, but I like the option to do so. Yeah, that's where I am. I think I like being able to fuck about.
Yeah, I think since I've gotten older and the fact that I have like kids and I like have to be selective, I've become very selective with the stuff I buy now.
Connor said, "If I can't play with it or pose it, it's not a toy. Go away, you poser."
That's a good answer.
Statues always cost silly money for the most part as well. Yeah, like I don't care. I don't mind what other people do with them, but they're not my thing. Dust collectors is what I'd call them.
But like, really, as I've said to you, Brian, my biggest problem is like at the moment I just don't have room to like fucking display them all, so I have to kind of like find a place to kind of like fit them. And
I'm continuously.
That's the same as me, drawing boxes, and you can't get them out. So
yeah,
sometimes you got to think, do I need this? Do I not need this? So
it is them.
It's
It's trying to find a place to kind of like display them in a corner somewhere in the house. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at now. Like, but I'm thinking I might like behind me here because it's where I kind of like do the fucking shows anyway. So
you just have to get a
just
nice
fucking turn
glorified
that
garden shed.
yeah, garden shed.
I
Just fucking go for it.
you can find creative ways of stacking stuff that you can like get pockets of space. Is the best way.
We should find a way. 2022 is a brand new year, brand new ideas, kids.
Yeah. So guys, once again, thanks for dropping by, and it's been awesome talking to you about rubbish again. And Damien, thank you so much for coming on.
I probably alienated all your viewers. Sorry about that again.
And sorry about all my technical difficulties and urinating in the process. Yeah, I had fun. I had fucking fun as always. I love this fucking shit, man. Sundays are the fucking coolest night of the week now. Like,
Jonathan says, classic Jonathan, for hot toy money, if I had to pick a statue over a hot toy, yeah, I wouldn't pick I'd buy 20 Marvel Legends rather than buy either. So,
well, you know me now. Fucking, I'm kind of just. I don't know. I'm thinking to myself like there's a few more fucking like DC fucking McFarlanes I want. But there's also a lot of NECA stuff I want and kind of a few Mayfex, and yeah, so I'm going to start like fucking tipping away as I go.
And Jonathan says, awesome stream yet again. Nice seeing you on the show, Damien. James, great crack, lads. Love the show. Thanks for dropping by again, James. Much appreciated.
Thanks, James.
I'll put on a disguise for next time. You'll never know who I am. It'll be something. A fishbowl over my head. That'll do.
Oh, before we go, Connor says, before we go, can Damien say purple burglar alarm?
Purple burglar alarm.
We were on another podcast, and
there's
a Scottish guy in it, and he can't say it. He literally can't say it. Like. So the next question is, can you say it 5 times fast?
Oh, PBA, 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 PBA. Love it. That's it.
Love it. Let's leave it there, guys. Damien, thanks for popping on. We shall see you in the next one, my friend.
Catch you next week, kids.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks, bye.
So, guys, thank you so much for dropping by. Damien, thanks once again. And yeah, that was excellent, lads. Really enjoyed the show, and we will see you next week. Have fun. Bye-bye. Do your stupid thing, Tubbs. You always do. Do it, Tubbs. Do it.